Hello everybody, it's vanburman here and welcome back to another video, and I thought today we would play a little bit of Starfield. Yes. So I don't know how far I am through, but I'm level 20 out of don't know how many levels, so take that with pinches of salt. But I thought what we would do is just like do some missions, talk about Starfield a little bit, have a walk around my very expensive house that I haven't paid off yet, see some cool ships, that sort of thing. So where do I really begin with Starfield? I wasn't necessarily really planning on doing any sort of review or anything, so I will just give you the TLDR right now. Basically, it's a really big, slow burn. The first sort of 2 to 4 hours are particularly, that's a very nice keyboard, are particularly egregious, I would say. It takes a while to get C1, P2. Gosh, okay. Don't use it, you just use the F keys, nothing wrong with that. It takes a bit of a while to get distracted. It takes a bit of a while to get into, and if I'm honest, it sort of feels a bit like a damn squib when you first start it. Like, okay, why am I doing this? It's, you know, because like the whole build up of it being like really sort of meant to really, you know, sort of really be something incredible, and then you play it, and then you sort of enter this weird, like, like doubting yourself, as if to think like, is this actually any good, or is this just trying to be like No Man's Sky? And then I've just got this bed in my room. That's it. That's all that. I didn't have any. I don't got enough materials to build anything else at the minute. Like, is it just a crappy No Man's Sky? Which is genuinely one of my thoughts that I had right at the beginning. Particularly sort of when you're looking to do like surveying the land and everything. You got bits off in the far distance that you want to go and explore. Like, yeah, you can fully see how you might think, oh, okay, yeah, it's No Man's Sky. Here's my tool. Here's my laser for collecting resources. It's a bit like that, but also not quite at all like that. So I guess the best way to put it is that like your resource mining can be a bit like No Man's Sky. Like, I can dig this up. I can't just dig wherever though. You know, they're predetermined, or you know, this rock has a couple of places where resources live. You have to scan things multiple times in order to be able to, you know, register it as being, oh, I've surveyed the land. And you can just become a planet surveyor if you so decide. You can build outposts to harvest like deposits. So if you, I'm trying to think if I can see if I can get one where I'm looking at the ground and it shows you. These are just plants and things, but you can also get it where it harvests the plants and the like airborne bits as well. Although that's a bit more advanced as we go up. So yeah, so you can build outposts, and you can build like defensive turrets and that sort of thing. I haven't like really got any further with the outpost bit. It feels, and I could be wrong, and hopefully I'm wrong, but it feels as though it's a bit superfluous to the game. I don't think you need to do it in order to be successful. I managed to get 250,000 credits, which is quite a lot, to buy this big ship you're just about to see over the hill. And it's more than doable without, you know, setting up a series of resources and outposts and that sort of thing. So it can be done in the pure Bethesda way of clearing out dungeons and selling all the gear you and your companion can carry and taking it back to the various merchants. That's sort of how I've done it. So this ship is massive. It's not the biggest ship by any stretch. I might be overcompensating a little bit because it's much bigger than the starter ship. And yeah, the cool thing about it is you can like change the engines and the generators and the missile launchers. There's quite like a few options. With this ship though, it came with a lot of the really good stuff at the minute.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
And the great thing is you can have a bit of a cool like walk around, see what people are up to. You know, this ship has got like designated living quarters, like meeting room. What's I don't know. Actually, not sure what this place is. Like diagnostic room. Don't think they mean anything, and I don't think they change either. But still, like it's cool, right? And then we have like the nav console. You can go and obviously pilot the ship yourself. Here's the meeting room with a futuristic whiteboard. And we're talking about the space-time continuum, probably. So if we head to the pilot seat, we're going to do... I picked a random mission up on at my house from the mission board. And that's just to go and, I believe, fight a ship in space. So we'll be able to see what that's like. Now, clearly, because this ship is a hefty amount of credits in value, it will... And it's not a particular... I don't believe it's a particularly hard mission. We should be able to trounce the pirates that we're going to go and attack. As I say, it takes a bit of getting used to because I played so much No Man's Sky. I think when I get in my ship, I'm meant to take off and do all of that, and you can fly close to the surface. So it's none of that in this particular game. It is very much like instances, which you might think shortchanges you a little bit. But, and I really enjoyed the Outer Worlds. If you think of this like Bethesda's sort of version of the Outer Worlds with a bit more to do, then actually it becomes very like palatable, and it makes you think, you know what, actually that sounds pretty good. And it is, because there's space fights and all the rest of it. So, and the thing I was a bit concerned about is it would be too much like No Man's Sky. No, well, this is not going to take very long at all because it's only level 4 ship, and my turrets have got like auto lock on, so I actually don't even need to do anything. I can just follow him around, lock on, and let my turrets do the rest of it. If you manage to disable an enemy ship's engines, you can board them and then possibly take over the ship. And certainly get more resources than blowing them up. But actually, the reason I didn't press any buttons there myself and let the auto turrets do it is because I'm trying to get... I think it's this one. Oh, while in... sorry, I thought it was... I had to use the targeting mode to destroy them. Okay, well, that's my bad. I don't even know what the button is for targeting mode. Turrets cannot be fired manually. Yeah, I know. So I've got thrusters, which just allows you to move around like side to side to try and avoid missile fire and that sort of thing. I don't actually know whether targeting mode will be in the menu. I shouldn't really be doing this now, but I'm interested. I keep pressing the wrong one. Bindings, there we go. So where is it? We're under, not quick key. Spaceship. Here we go. Fire weapon. Select target, yes, I do that all the time, but I want targeting mode, I was told. You know what, that might be a Google job. Okay, that's fine, I don't understand that. But, yeah, if I was in my starter ship, that would have lasted about 30 seconds longer. But that's about it. So I didn't actually have a plan of what to do next, really, because I didn't want to really do any of the proper missions. Okay. We could do this one, which is collecting debt for the bank. It's the first one that you have to do. So you can jump around the systems, and it uses your fuel. You got to manage your cargo as well, which is actually one of the main reasons I wanted to. You have to assign power as well to your various, like your shield, your engines, your lasers, that sort of thing, which is pretty cool on the fly. It gives you a bit more interaction with your ship. But the first, I wonder if we can hail this ship. We can talk to them. Sounds...
Hello there. Thank you for responding to my hail. It's been a long time since I had company. I'm Dr. Sola
Okay.
Banglawala from MAST in New Atlantis. I'm performing a geological
Oh, to contribute for money, hopefully. I have more than enough to offload. Yeah, there we go.
Of course, fair's fair. My research produces a lot of common inorganic materials as byproducts. I'm happy to offer you some copper, lead, or aluminum. I could also pay
What's
you if
aluminum?
you'd prefer credits, but I'm on a research scientist's budget, so don't expect much.
Okay.
I
Well,
can't thank you enough. I'm in the market for lithium, platinum, and vanadium right now. I'm not asking for much. I know they're hard to come by.
oh, I don't have any.
Thanks for... I'm going to try my luck in another system. You might want to back up a bit. This old junker's grabbed. Sorry, this is taking long.
Oh, we got to wait for it to go, are we? Okay.
So, do you have any hobbies?
Oh gosh.
Does your list include towing research vessels to Jemison through deep space? If my grab drive doesn't come up soon, it might have to. Personally, I have quite a rock collection. I used to spend my weekends gathering samples on Jemison. Maybe I shouldn't have let that slip at the office, huh? That's probably why they sent me on this job instead of some poor grad student. Did you ever hear the one about the geologist
Gosh,
in the music shop?
this is
A good
awkward.
one. A geologist walks into a music store and asks the cashier, "Got any rock?" The guy looks him up and down and says,
Oh, we didn't get the punchline. Never mind. What are we doing again? Oh yeah, we're gonna go and try and squeeze this guy for money that he owes. Basically. I'm going in the wrong place now, aren't I? Come on then. But yes, what can I tell you? I can tell you that I'm thoroughly enjoying it now, actually. But, like I say, it does take a bit of, I guess, trying to work out where your expectations are as to what kind of game this is. And it's not trying to compete with No Man's Sky. It's probably more trying to compete with the Outer Worlds, in my opinion. Because that's more of the vibe. Now, it doesn't always feel like that, because you can go exploring planets and everything looks really beautiful and all the rest of it. One of my companions wants to talk to me.
For giving me the chance to work with you.
It's a very cool costume, by the way. You have to do it on a special mission to unlock it.
Unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
Enjoying might be. The pay isn't great, but the people are alright. Oh, gosh.
None of us are in this for credit.
Yeah.
You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities.
Because I'm good with it.
If I may,
Am I good?
from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
Well, I don't know what kind of thing that she is after.
I cannot tell if that's a compliment or an attempt to avoid the question.
Both.
I will assume the former. I have a very different background from the rest of Constellation. I carry myself differently. I worry that some of the others are unable to see past this. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death.
Maybe I shouldn't have given her the mantis costume then, but never mind. You sound like fun.
I know.
Yeah.
For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult.
I wasn't expecting to have such an intimate conversation during this video, but there you go.
Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite.
Oh, let's flirt. Why not?
That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you.
People love me, so being included has never really been a problem. Yeah,
Thank you. That is
that's probably the best
reassuring.
answer.
Discussing these things is challenging for me.
Thinking about like dialogue choices and things, I do actually like how there's no
The circumstances of our meeting, quiet.
like moral
Thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir.
connotations to what you're saying. Like obviously, if I pick the top option, it's the most moral one.
It is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence.
And now you owe me one.
It would have been, to some. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
All right. Well, we've made more friends, or ooh, big pop in there, or made bigger friends with an already friend. Right. How far away are we? Are we going to go to this 400? So I'm guessing that we're going to have a big fight on our hands. So I'm using a gun that I don't usually, and as you can probably see, you cannot see actually by the ammo count because the screen is just totally wrong. Absolutely totally wrong. And it's me to blame, unfortunately. So if you just bear with me a second, we've got slight technical difficulties going on, all caused by me, of course, thinking that I had got it right, but I had not. So God, that doesn't look right either. I don't know what's going on with this. Like it stretches, it goes smaller in the menu, and then stretches out. I don't know. Does that look right? It must do. Well, if not, that's what you're getting. Anyway, I totally lost my train of thought now. Yes, the reason that I'm using this gun is because I have a shed ton of ammo for it, and my normal gun has about 200-ish rounds left, and my backup gun has roughly about the same. But at one point, it had 1,000, and I'm hoping that this gun that I have only just slightly modified, even though it's meant to be pretty powerful, you know, and it looks the deal and everything else. Hopefully, this does enough damage to the whoever it is that we're going to be fighting that it means I can expend these 2,500 rounds for the next little bit until I find enough ammo for my usual guns. The main gun I use, the laser pistol, I thought there were people then. That is pretty plentiful, so that shouldn't be an issue to restock. But that's just normal Bethesda thing. You've ever played Fallout, and you already know, or any Bethesda game, you already know what that's like. That is a cool space rover. As far as I'm aware, you can't use these or anything. Looks like you can sit in the chair though. You know what, maybe this won't be a fight. Maybe this will just be a persuasion event, which is what I was hoping it might be, but then how are you going to see the gunplay if not? So the gunplay's really good. Unsurprisingly, Bethesda makes the Doom games, so it's a bit of a no-brainer that they should try and implement more of that in their current games. Here he is. This is the guy I need to squeeze the money from. It's like he's been playing cards. If you think you can intimidate me, think again. Actually, I'm an insurance salesman.
I mean, you got some
Genuine
real
laugh.
moxie, gotta
Nice.
admit. I'm gonna give you one chance. Leave. Let some other errand boy do Gallbank's dirty business.
Oh, but I'm the errand boy.
It's not gonna end well for you, my friend.
Gallbank will never ever give up.
Why the hell would I do that?
So now we do have persuasion. I've got a point in persuasion. The screen looks a lot more like the view you're probably seeing looks a lot more squished than my one. But anyway, whatever. I didn't come here looking for a fight.
I wish it didn't have to be this way, but
But there is going to be a fight, isn't there? Because you're going to make it be a fight. And there's a way to get past this. Oh,
It's not that simple.
oh, we're going to have to fight.
What's that?
Oh no, I've got one last one. So the green one gives you more chances. They're all like chances of success. So,
I'm still willing to talk.
okay, there we go.
All
He's reasonable.
right. Took me ages to collect this, but I just want a decent night's sleep. And here, debt repaid. Now get the hell out of here.
So we had the money in full anyway. Maybe I should steal his credit sticks. Doesn't say it's stealing. It does just say it's taking. Why would I be allowed to just take this stuff? I know that's just a quirk of Bethesda games. But none of it is, none of it's stealing. It's all just like, yeah, cool, you've made friends with this person now. They want you to have all of their worldly belongings.
Bravo. You got to bank their credits. Must feel real good.
I owe the bank 125,000 credits. So, there you go. Right, well, let's head over to the bank then, I guess, and cash in this cash in the money. I don't understand what's going on with the view. It's really weird. Like sometimes it cuts off the corner, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm running it. It's at 1440p, but it looks like it's weirdly like sometimes too wide and then sometimes not wide enough. But
Is the city meant to inspire
whoa,
or
gosh.
intimidate? Perhaps it depends on your reason for being here.
The city is interesting. So the city gives me like really, and not in a good way. It gives me very cyberpunk vibes, just like the people walking around.
Nothing good.
You know how it's sort of like it's tried to feel like it's lived in, but you know that it's not. Like you wouldn't understand that this is window dressing. So it's a bit bizarre because like this image here could be in cyberpunk. Absolutely, right? Really, really jarring. Whereas I almost feel as though, not just Bethesda, but game companies in general have lost the ability to make that work. So the Outer Worlds did it pretty well. I think Baldur's Gate also, another recent one, did it really well. But this is just, I can't quite work out what is so unsettling about it. I think it's just because like they are just citizen, just everyone is just citizen. Which I know there is some of that in Baldur's Gate, but like I feel as though in the old Bethesda games and in Fallout and all the rest of it, obviously I know like you've got generic settlers and things in Fallout 4, but you go to what's the main town called now? Oh, it's absolutely slipped my mind. But you go to the Imperial City, and obviously the guards are just guards, but everyone there has a backstory and a reason.
We need to find a store with good watercolors. I like the way
Or
they
just,
laid on the canvas.
you know, a mad. Whereas like here, it's just, okay, citizen. So what are you doing? What is your purpose?
Sorry, can't talk.
Okay, she's so busy she can't talk, can't find the seat either, and then off she goes again. Now, not to say that sort of stuff didn't happen in like the Skyrim or Oblivion or anything else, but it just feels weird. It feels like everyone has been replaced. Like that person has definitely been replaced. So, it's got nothing to say. Anyway, let's talk to Landry and get this.
You got Mr. Maliki to pay up, alive no less. Now this is what I was hoping for. My superiors are thrilled, ecstatic.
So I did hear, well, because I haven't looked at starships online, but I did find out that you can actually get a starship by doing the Banks one all the way to the end, apparently. So that sounds pretty good. I did my part, now do yours.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm really feeling this working together, aren't you? So if you want another delinquent, let me know. We'll keep this going. But here is your well-deserved finder's fee. I threw in a little extra for handling it well.
That's pretty good. 5,500. Just for that, just going talking to some guy. Cool.
Chalk this one up to a very fine but clearly overworked credit checker that accidentally approved a sizable loan, then turned out to be murdering space scum.
Gonna go do some spaces in. Nice.
Conversation is not really going to be an option on this one, friend.
Oh, okay. We are gonna have to go and shoot him down.
You are really something, you know. Here's all the details, and thanks.
All right. I'll probably do that next anyway. But I think I'm gonna end the video here just because I'm not sure what's going on with the aspect ratio and all the rest of it. Probably looks a little bit funky. So it's also a good excuse, I think, to do this another time, basically. And I also want to do one on the Steam Deck as well, which, thinking about it, I may have accidentally packed up my Type-C dock, which might make things a little bit difficult. But I'll have a look, and we'll go through some of the performance aspects, shall we say. I've got this running on, obviously, maxed out, and I've not really noticed the big frame drops or everything, but I'm not getting the best experience, shall we say, if that makes sense. It's quite difficult to run. So I'm running it at 720p. I don't think that's right. Maybe that's why it looks funky. I'm wondering if I've been running it at this resolution. Maybe that's... Oh, no, you can't see anything. Is that why? Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I might be running it in widescreen for some reason. I haven't got any upscaling on or anything like that. Have I got VSync on? I do. Yeah. But yeah, it's not the best in terms of how well it runs. So I would just bear that in mind if it's something you want to do. And I'll go through the Steam Deck one separately, but you're going to find very similar issues there as well, unfortunately. All right. Well, I will leave it there for now. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.